So I got a little downtime at work. So let's just see who won this trade. I'm in a fantasy football league, about 3 of them, and a trade just went through. Here it is: Joe Flacco, Alvin Kamara, Ricky Pearsall, Pretty Ricky, what they call him, Dylan Sampson, for Geno, B-Rob, 50 Cent, you already know, Stephon Diggs, and J.K. Dobbins. Now, the way I like to do this is you got to break it down, all right? You break it down, what doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, concept of elimination, you know what I'm saying? Process of elimination. So, Joe Flacco and Geno Smith. All right, that kind of cancels it out because no one is going to start them anyway, all right? So, maybe you need a quarterback for later on in the year or whatever. Maybe Flacco might not be starting middle of the year, maybe. But still, we're still going to cancel that out. But if we are going to edge the win, we're going to edge the win to Geno. So whoever's getting Geno wins. So let's go down to B-Rob and Alvin Kamara. So let's try to even that out. So let's do B-Rob and let's even that up with Dylan Sampson. So B-Rob, of course, is some type of a league winner based on CMC, last leg, calf injury. You know the drill. And Dylan Sampson, he looks good right now. So he's a cool flex play right now. The Browns backfield is very confusing, though. You know what I'm saying? 2 other backs, Ford and the other guy that's supposed to be on suspension, but he may or may not be on suspension. So it's a toss-up if you're actually going to have a serviceable back, and for the Browns, Dylan Sampson. So we'll see about that. So if anything, I would say that I'm not going to call any draws, but I would say that that's a good trade. If that was a 1-for-1, Dylan Sampson for B-Rob is a good trade, but I would rather have the B-Rob side of that trade, to be honest, if it was me. Side note, I had B-Rob. I traded him away for Eckler. So that's just to tell you that, like, if it's a serviceable running back, I would trade B-Rob for a serviceable running back. You know what I'm saying? And which is Dylan Sampson. So, but I would say B-Rob side wins that one. So the whoever is giving away Geno and giving away B-Rob, so far, it looks like they're getting the best end of the bargain. Whoever's receiving Geno and Brian Robinson is so far winning this deal. Let's go down to Stephon Diggs, and he's going to match up with Ricky Pearsall. Now, Stephon Diggs, the only thing I like about him is that he hit Cardi B. So we're just going to go ahead and cancel that right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Pretty Rick is what they call him. That boy is the only dude that's going to be catching targets out of San Fran. Don't get me wrong. Quarterback hurt right now. Could be hurt for about 2 weeks. But he been about to break out last year anyway. But can he break out with the boy Matt Jones throwing the ball? That's pretty much the question right there. And I think he can. Because that boy from the Jaguars, Matt Jones made him a star. Even though he was already that dude, Matt Jones was throwing to, I hate that I don't have my notes together, but the number 1 for the Jaguars, you know the guy. So, with that being said, Ricky Pearsall, I would like that better. Ricky Pearsall I like that deal better. But it's even, if you want to say so. But I would rather have Ricky Pearsall in that one. So it's 2-1 right now. Now we got J.K. Dobbins and Alvin Kamara. And Alvin Kamara, especially a PPR or half-point PPR, whatever you want to say, J.K. Dobbins is about to lose the job to the boy R.J. Harvey. So it's only a matter of time. So whoever's giving up Alvin Kamara, But Alvin Kamara is very injury prone. So it's like he's on a ticking time. He's like a ticking time bomb too. So with that being said, it's like Alvin Kamara, J.K. Dobbins. To be honest, I would rather have Alvin Kamara. So now that it's 2-2, the score is pretty much 2-2. So now you got to ask yourself, all right, let's talk about the most important pieces in this deal. Joe Flacco, Geno Smith, we don't care about that. Ricky Pearsall, Stephon Diggs, those are going to be your wide receiver threes anyway. We don't care about that. B-Rob, Dylan Sampson, once again, those were going to be bench players anyway. We don't care about that. So it comes down to J.K. Dobbins and Alvin Kamara. And since I would rather have Alvin Kamara, the person who is getting Alvin Kamara wins this deal. So that's that. But all in all, it's a pretty even deal. It's a pretty even deal. It's really going to depend on what you really needed for your team. If I really wanted to get rid of J.K. Dobbins and all I had to do was throw in a few pieces to get Alvin Kamara in exchange, yeah, I'm doing that. So you telling me, yeah, I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying? So to be honest, it's kind of too even to me. If I don't feel like I'm really winning the deal, I don't want to do the deal. All right? This is a Smooth Report, reporting to you live and direct. Smooth TV Network, my network, make your chip network. Lock in with me. It's fantasy football season.